Morning, still morning. God bless you. Good morning, good afternoon. DUNAMIS and Dynamite family group. God bless you. I don't have a distinct title. I'm just going to talk today of what I'm going to be talking about. I know I haven't been on for a couple days, but I just want to talk about some things on this DUNAMIS and Dynamite family group. I don't have a title today. I just want to just talk and just talk about a lot of things. So, I want to encourage a lot of you guys. I want to encourage everybody all over the world. Like I always say, I want to encourage everybody all over the world in the DUNAMIS and Dynamite family group. When you face something and you face disappointments and when you face setbacks, to remember that God is with you. I wanted to give up these last couple days because of the pastor position that I really wanted, and I didn't get it. But I'm sitting here, I was thinking today that God has something else better. God used me today to encourage, and I believe my gift is to encourage everybody, but also to encourage myself. The young man encouraged me, but I was also encouraged to encourage somebody else. And I believe a lot of time when you don't get, what you really want, you can't give up, and I can't give up because we didn't get it. Maybe there's something else better, and God has something else better for everyone, and even me too. And I believe my gift is just to encourage people and just to sing. Maybe if I would have got the pastor position, maybe it would have been a lot more headaches and heartaches, because a lot of times we might think we want something, and then when we get it, then we'll be like, okay, it's not what we expected. And a lot of times we want what we want, but we might not get the thing that we want because it's not what we expected. Because if we got it, it might like God told me, it might have destroyed me. It would have. Maybe if I would have got the pastor job, I would have been destroyed. So I had to just, right now reflect and regroup in this time and move on to whatever God has for me. Because I thought about giving up, throwing in a towel, walking away from the faith, walking away from the church. I just wanted just to go back out there, because I felt like I thought it was better out there, but I know it's not better out there. I know. But I was so disappointed because I really wanted it, and I can't blame nobody. I can't blame, because sometimes I thought about blaming this one, blaming that one, blaming everybody. But the thing is, I got to realize when it's a rejection, it could be a divine protection, because I wanted, like I said, I wanted this pastor job and I didn't get it. So, and I wanted to blame people, and I wanted to blame the blame game. And the thing is, I had to learn to accept that if something's not for you, it's not for you at this time. And I said, the gift I have is just to encourage people with YouTube, and I just want to encourage you guys, whatever your gift and talent is, do what you're good at, do what you're best at, whatever you're passionate about, do that. If you don't get the thing that you want, and I don't get the thing we want, then there's something else better. There's something else that God has for us that's a lot better. There's something else that's meant for us, Like I said before, if a relationship or things don't work out, there's something else better. There's a better relationship. And I'm realizing that, things do take time. I can't compare myself to everybody that has better YouTube or Facebook or has more subscribers or more, what's that thing called? Yeah, but anyway, I can't compare myself, and I struggle with that, compare myself, who has more. Some people have, who started out with YouTube me, some are like ahead of me, some coming from behind me, ahead of me, and I dealt with this comparedness because of somebody else is doing better than me. I got irritable, I got jealous, I got frustrated, and I'm just telling you guys the truth, I'm being transparent. I got frustrated because I wanted outcomes to go the way I wanted them to go, and the outcomes, I'm gonna tell you, the outcomes that I wanted to go has been going south. They've been going south, but I gotta learn how to embrace that it's not gonna always be like this, and I want to encourage you, if things are going south or going the opposite direction, and if things are going bad, it's only temporary till the thing turns around and goes up. There's always an upturn. For every downturn, there's an upturn. Whatever setbacks that you face, there's always a setup. I've been hearing everybody say there's a setup, and it is, because it don't look like it when you're going through it, like I'm going through it right now, it don't look like it, that things are going to ever change, that things look like they're going to remain the same, but things do change. It just takes time. We can't base God on 1 month or 2 months. We just gotta learn how to then say, hey, wherever how it goes, it goes. You know, with anything, like with this YouTube channel, wherever how it goes, it goes. With the Facebook, wherever how it goes, it goes. With life, wherever how it goes, it goes. It goes the way it goes. You know, there's nothing I can do. You know, there's nothing that we can do about it. The only thing is to just go with the flow, what God has for us. Because if we go with the flow, he could take us to the overflow as we go through the flow in our lives. You know, I gotta learn not to measure myself with somebody else's success. I gotta learn that my strength, because our strength is not somebody else's strength. Our talent is not somebody else's talent. Our gift is not somebody else's gift. You know, for some of you guys can cook. Don't ask me to cook because I don't cook. Some of you guys can clean. Now I'm good at that. Now that's my passion is cleaning. I'm really, really good at that. Washing dishes is my thing I'm good at. Some people don't like to wash dishes. So everybody is good at something. Everybody's good at something. And I got to learn how to celebrate everybody's uniqueness. You know, God bless you. Hello, KFC King. God bless. You know, everybody has, you know, gifts and talents. Everybody has something they're good at. And I'm recognizing my gift was encouragement. You know, and I had to realize in cleaning, I have to use the best of the gifts and talents, whether I get a lot of subscribers or don't. I mean, I would like this channel to grow. I would, you know. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, this guy, excuse me. Excuse me for a second. Anyway, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, John. God bless you. You know, thank you for, thank you coming on here. God bless you. God bless you. So what happened is, you know, God has, you know, great things for us. God bless you, everybody. Lily, God bless you, all you guys. God bless you, Michael. God bless you guys. You know, and you got to learn what you're good at and your talent at. My gift, like I said, is to encourage everybody. That's just the gift I got in cleaning and different things like that. You know, sometimes I can't compare myself to everybody because I struggle with comparison. You know, somebody else is doing better than I am, or somebody else is growing, their channel growing faster than I am, or somebody has a position I want. Sometimes I struggle with that because, you know, sometimes I think I'm supposed to be doing what somebody else is doing. But let me tell you something, if I do what somebody else is doing and I'm not good at it, what happened is it will destroy me. Like, say if I try to weld, I don't know how to weld. If I try to weld, that's going to destroy me because, number one, I don't have the gifts and I don't have the talent for it. God bless you, Zoe. God bless you. So, you know, everybody got gifts and talents they're strong at. Everybody got something they're good at. You know, some good people are good at DJ. I would like to learn how to DJ, you know what I mean, and remix and stuff. You know, I try to beatbox, but I can't do it like somebody else does. I just do my own, you know, my own little flow with it. And you guys got your own flow. Every one of you guys got your own uniqueness to do what you guys do. You know, some of you guys are professional singers. Some of you guys are professional writers. I'm not good at writing. I could have proven that one. Everybody's good at something. And I have to learn not to get jealous of anybody else's gift. I got to learn not to, you know, compete and compare myself to anybody else's channel too. I have to learn to just stick what I got to encourage people. That's what I'm good at. I got to learn how not to measure my stick with anybody else. And like I said, I was really disappointed because, you know, like I said, I wanted to really, you know, preach. I know how to preach, but if I don't got the credential to pastor somebody, then it's not going to work out, you know, and I like, you know, thank you very much, Lily. Thank you. You know, I wanted to pastor a whole lot of people, but then again, what if I would have got the pastor job? Would I be happy doing it? Would I be really fulfilled doing it? You know, you have to just celebrate the people that can, you know, do that stuff. You know, maybe I might be a turntable DJ. I don't know what God has for me. I don't know. The only thing is I'm going to keep making videos, and I pray that people do subscribe to this channel and like the content. You know, and I had to go back to DUNAMIS and DYNAMITE family group, you know, and I'm going to talk about different things as much as I can, you know, just to encourage you guys, because I know you guys deal with a lot of life issues too. You know, I be thinking everybody else's life is perfect, but until I talk to people, everybody got something going on. Everybody's dealing with something. Everybody. A lot of time we mask our stuff. Like we say we're okay, we're not okay. We mask our stuff. We mask our humanity because we are finite people. We are human beings. We're finite. We're not infinite. We're not God. God is all infinite. You know, he's the infinite. He's the perfect one. We're finite. We're human. We have emotions. We get frustrated. We get irritated. Times we cuss. There's times we think wrong thoughts. A lot of times I think wrong times. I cuss. I make mistakes. That's our humanity. And a lot of people hide, and I hide myself too, because there's times I hide myself because of different things. Yeah, I like to preach. I like to sing. That's what I like to do, but I just gotta take things and just roll with the punches. I gotta just take things as they come. When bad things happen, I just gotta take it that it's not gonna always be like this. For you guys, I want to encourage you guys. If you're going through a storm and you're going through a situation, it's not gonna always be like this. If you're trying to grow a YouTube channel or Facebook and it looks like it's not growing, just keep plugging away. Just keep plugging away. And that's what I got to do. Keep plugging away. I'm telling you guys this, but I'm also telling myself I got to keep plugging away. I got to keep going forward. Keep doing what I'm doing. Keep going and not give up. The thing is, I want to encourage you guys, don't give up. I thought about giving up. I thought about hanging up this channel. I thought about just giving up on Facebook and everything, Instagram, TikTok, but I can't. I can't give up because there's people that need to be encouraged. Because everybody else feels like giving up. We don't know behind the screen. I don't know who wants to give up. Who wants to throw in the towel? I don't know. But the only thing is, if I can help somebody else not to give up, that blesses me when I see you guys come on, that you guys can't give up. And I appreciate people that do come on here. I want to tell you guys that came on, I appreciate you guys. That's my wife, Soul Maria. Hi, Mrs. Williams. That's my wife, Soul Maria. Hi, Sedona. So we can't give up, because I thought about giving up. I'm telling you guys, I want to tell you the truth. I thought about giving up so bad because I didn't get that pastor position, because I have a heart for people. I have a heart, but I know it's more than just having a heart for people. You just got to know that it's a lot more to pastoring, it's a lot more, and it's just, it's really serious. Pastor job is really, really serious. And I wasn't one of the candidates. It was through the Christian Alliance that I didn't get it. I would have loved to be my mom and dad's pastor, my cousin's pastor, but I didn't get it. So I told the one candidate that you'll do a good job because you have the credentials. You have the credentials, you went to school for it. Maybe at this time it's not meant for me. I appreciate you, Sedona. I appreciate my wife. I appreciate everybody that's on here. And I just got to do what I'm, passionate. That's an encouragement to talk about titles. When you feel rejected, let me tell you, I felt rejected. I was mad at God. I'm going to be honest. I was mad at God because I didn't get the thing. But what it was, God was protecting me. I had to realize that God was protecting me from something. I don't see it, but God saw it. I was mad at God. I was frustrated. I was agitated. I didn't want to make no more videos. I was just like all over the place. I was just in the funk. Let me say it like I was in the funk. I was in a funky, pissy mood. I'm going to tell you the truth. I was like this all week. So I started to do things that what I like to do. Oh, thank you very much, Lily. I appreciate that. That made your day. So I want to encourage you guys. I was really in a deep funk. My wife could tell you, I was like, Soul Maria, she could have told you that I was just like, I didn't want to do nothing, but I had to honor my word. And the thing is, people will hold you to your word, whether you keep it or not. So right now, I'm just like, juggling between, what church I want to go to. It's like I'm juggling with a lot of things right now. I'm just trying to regroup in this time. I'm just going through regroup and refocus, and trying to refocus what I should be doing and taking my time with it. Sometimes you just got to take a breather. Sometimes you got to just take a break. Sometimes you just got to regroup your thoughts, regroup your mind, and just to be thankful what you do have. I had to sit back and think, okay, I got a car, I got a place to live, I got a wife, I got parents, I got the YouTube, Facebook, everything. I got my storage office. I got to look at the blessings I do have, the people. I got to look at what I do have instead of focus what I don't have. I was focused all my energy on what I don't have or what I don't got instead of focused on the things I do have. I have a little bit of change in my pocket, a little bit of money. I might be in some serious debt. But hey, I believe everybody's in debt, but there is a way out. There is a way out. You're right, Mrs. Williams. You're right, Soul Maria. God has prepared us both. We're all being prepared, everybody. We're all being prepared every day. That God is preparing us to do great things. It's just a process that we all got to go through. I'm grateful for everybody that, everybody's going through a process. I'm going through a process right now, but I'm trying to regroup, you know. I gotta thank God, you know, I get a chance to like talk to my kids. It's been a long time with that, you know. I gotta thank God that God is working things out. It may not be the way I want him to do it. It may not be the things I expect them, because a lot of times we put high expectations on God, and I'm guilty. I put high expectations on God, and I put high expectations on people too. But I gotta remember, God is not people and people is not God. I gotta remember that everything, like the Bible says this in Romans 8:28, that all things work together for the good to those who love the Lord, who are called according to God's purpose, that God has something greater than what we expect. You know, I can't, like, again, I have to tell myself, you can't compare yourself to nobody. You can't. And I can't compare myself. I got to stop doing that, comparing myself. But it goes back to my childhood. It does. It goes back to my childhood, because if I saw somebody else doing something else better than me, because I was the last one in class, okay? I was the slow one in class. I was in special ed classes, okay? I was the slow one, you know, in classes. I couldn't keep up with everybody. I was always the last one. Even when school came out, I was always the last one. Even in junior high school and even in high school, I was the last one. And I used to get upset because everybody was picking up things faster than I have. Everybody was picking up things quick. But you know that, but I had to learn that I can't, you know, compare myself and just go at my own pace. Let me tell you something, Kay. Everybody struggles with, you know, sin. I want to encourage you, if you're struggling with different sins and deadly sins, you know, the only thing you can do is just trust God and ask God to help you with those things. Even myself, there's a lot of deadly sins. We all have sins. Everybody has sins, but God can help you overcome it, as He helps me overcome things, because we're overcomer people. When you know the Lord for yourself, we're overcomers. Yes, we'll face disappointments. Yes, we'll face challenges. Yes, we'll face setbacks, but we will get to the other side eventually. We all will. You know, every one of you people are special. Every one of you guys that's on here, that's live, and those that's viewing, you guys are all special. You guys are all unique. But like I was saying, you know, I was the last one in class. You know, in school, I was the last one, and I was always frustrated because I couldn't pick up things or comprehend things faster than everybody else. But I'm glad I graduated from school. I graduated from Voltech. I graduated from Job Corps. Job Corps was challenging, but I graduated, and I got a leadership certificate. I got that under my belt, but you know, I just gotta look at, you know, the things to be grateful for and the things to be thankful for, you know, and that's all we can do. That's true, Sedona. I tell you, forgiveness for me with a lot of things is hard for me. I want to tell you, it's hard for me to forgive, you know, people too. It's hard, but Jesus said, if I can't forgive, then I can't forgive your sins. But Sedona, you're doing really great. You're doing great with yourself, and God is having great things for you in this time. He opened up another door. When one door closed, He opened up another door. And I want to testify, Sedona went through something severe, and God opened up another door for her, and that's a testimony. When you go through something severe, God will open up another door. He does it unexpected ways, okay? He does it unexpected ways. He does, you know, and I gotta look at that, you know, that God does things unexpectedly, you know. I just thank God that He brought me through school. Even when I was the last one, I'm glad He brought me through that, you know. Comparison is dangerous. Competing with danger. Sometimes it's you. The thing is, I have to look at it's you versus you. You know, I'm dealing with me. The inner enemy. They talk about the inner enemy within me. We all dealing with our own inner enemy within ourselves. We deal with the external enemy, the devil, but we also deal with the internal devils within ourselves, even myself. Because they say our mind can play tricks on us. Yes, our minds can. Because there was a song that said it's just an illusion. Back in the 80s, there was a song, just illusion. We face illusion situations in our life. You know, and we all face, we all face things. We all face, tragic things. It's just things are just illusion. Even if they're real, they're illusions. Praise God. Praise God. And that's why God is, Sedona, that's why God has something next for you. For all you guys that's going through a storm, God has something next for you. I don't know what the next can be. It could be a brand new husband, a brand new wife, a brand new job, a brand new career. God has something next for every. There's a thing called next. If the first thing didn't work, there's a thing called next. And God has something next for all of us. For me, I didn't get the pastor position. There's something next for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just gotta live life the best of my ability. You know, I was trying to look at that. But anyway, God has better for all you guys. God has better for me too. You know, I was disappointed these whole days, but I can't give up. I can't give up. Don't be scared, Sedona. God has somebody else better for you. Don't be scared. Just wait on God. That's the hard thing. Wait on God and love and take care of yourself right now, Sedona. Take care of what God has for you. Just take care of you in this time. This is about you and God. God will bring the next person who's the heart that's meant to love you. God has that person in mind. I want to show you guys a testimony, okay, about me, about this thing. I went through a divorce many years ago, okay? And it was painful. I went through a divorce, what was this? Back in 2011. That was the hardest thing for me. And I want to share this about my life, you know, and I didn't get a chance to see my kids for a long, long time because I didn't know where they were at. You know, that devastated me. You know, I went through you know, it was a 6 years of marriage that was abusive marriage. I went through that, you know. I never stopped loving my kids, but it's just I went through a painful, you know, painful divorce back in 2011, you know, and then I met my wife, Soul Maria, in 15 in December, and God gave me somebody new, and we made it. I'm telling you what, 10 years, I can't believe I'm 10 years marriage, going to hit 11 years next year. You know, I can't believe it. You know, I have a wife that loves God, that loves me, that's been good to me. My wife, Soul Maria, I found love again. I never thought could have a wife love me. I never thought nobody could love me. And I want to encourage you, there is love again. There is love again. I thank God for my wife, Soul Maria. You know, she's the one that helped me to learn how to love again. She went through a lot with me. I'm going to tell you guys, my wife went through a lot with me because I was hurt from my first marriage. You know, and I tried, you know, finding different relationships. After my divorce, I tried finding different relationships and everything after that. And I tried to fill that void by, you know, going out. The stuff I said I would never do, I did. The stuff I said I'd never do, I did it. You know, but when I met Maria, Soul Maria, she's been the anchor that God put in my life to help me to love again. You know, I found somebody that went through similar things, and I want to encourage you guys. You guys will find love again. If you're going through a heartbreak, a divorce, you'll find love again. It just takes time, and God will put that right person in your pathway, you know. And I want to encourage you, Sedona, God will put that right person in your pathway again. God has somebody else better for you, that a heart that's meant to love you. You're ups, you're down. I have quirkiness too. My wife loves my quirkiness. I love her quirkiness too. That's what, when you find somebody that can truly love you, and from the heart, and they mean it from the heart, you'll know it. You know, I thank God for Soul Maria, my wife. She loves me with all her heart, and I love her with all my heart. I mean, I show it a lot of times because I'm frustrated because of life, but she loves me through that. You know, I wouldn't trade anything for my wife. Not anything for my wife. You know, my wife, Soul Maria, is, you know, is awesome. I mean, if you will meet my wife, Soul Maria, yes, she's quiet and she watches, but she has a good heart. When you talk to her, she has a good heart. Oh, you're welcome, Sedona. You're welcome. God does have a person for you. You know, God has a Christian man that loves you. But let God show you. Let God lead you to. You'll know. God told me, and I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you this testimony. God told me, the one I have for you is going to be the one that's heartbroken and going through something and really sad and crying. Let me tell you what happened. In 2015, I went to there's a program called Art Street, right? It's a program with different people, right? There was a woman sitting over there crying and all that. And I said, God, that can't be her. What happened? It was her. It was Soul Maria, you know, and God told me that's going to be your wife. I fought God because I was looking for the wrong thing in the wrong person. I was looking for looks. Let me tell you something. Don't look for looks. Now, my wife is beautiful now. My wife is beautiful. But I was looking in the flesh. I was looking for this, that. I was looking for all the wrong thing, but I wasn't looking for the heart. And my wife has everything that God gave her. My wife, Soul Maria, has everything. So don't go by looks. Go by the heart. Go by the heart. You know, and my wife can cook. Soul Maria can cook. I tell you what, she can cook and do a lot of things. My wife can cook. Like I said, if I try to cook, I'll burn the house down. Maybe I could cook only hot dogs. That's all I can cook, hot dogs. You know, don't ask me to cook a steak. Don't ask me to cook anything. I will burn it. I tell you, I will burn it. But my wife, she's the good. That's why she cooks Spanish food, American food, all types of food. Don't ask Jamaal Williams to do it. I'm not doing it. But in all seriousness, I found somebody that really loved me. Thank you very much. Where fair? I try to say your name. Call me Natalie. Well, thank you, Natalie. Thank you for coming on. Thank you. You know, give me a second. I wanna do this. There you go, Natalie. So I just want to thank everybody, you know, that's coming on here. I want to thank everybody. You know, my wife has been, don't go, hey, Fabian, how you doing? I didn't see you. How you doing, Fabian? How you doing? Shout out to Fabian. Man, I haven't seen Fabian in a while. How you doing? You know, Fabian, let me tell you about Fabian, everybody. Fabian knows how to do DJ. So if you need like a DJ that can do music, check out Fabian's channel. He knows how to do that DJ. I don't know how to do DJ. Like I said, everybody has gifts and talents. Hold on, Lily. You know, so I just want to encourage everybody. Don't give up on what you're good at. Don't give up. Don't give up. I just want to encourage everybody today. Just don't give up. You'll find love. Don't give up because you'll find what you're looking for. I can't give up. I can't. It's you guys on YouTube and the feedback that keeps me going. But it's mostly God that's keeping. Let me calm down. It's God that keeps me going. But it's your feedback that encourages me. You guys encourage me. You guys that encourage me on the YouTube. My wife encouraged me behind the scenes. Let me tell you what, my wife, Soul Maria, has to encourage me a lot. Because I be discouraged all the time. My wife encourages me a lot. And I thank God for her, that God uses her. God uses her to encourage me a lot. So I could be able to encourage you guys. You know, I don't have it all together. I'm going to tell you guys, I don't have it all together. I'm just doing the best what I can, what I got. You know, so I want to encourage you guys, don't ever give up. I'm not going to give up. Keep going forward. And I want to thank you for coming on as DUNAMIS and Dynamite family group and stuff. I appreciate you guys for taking your time to come on. So you guys have a blessed day. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Don't compete with anybody. Do the best what you can, what you got, and enjoy the rest of your day because, you know, we only got one life to live. We all got one life to live. So be encouraged. Have a blessed day. To all the viewers, God bless all you viewers. You guys are awesome too, everyone. And if you can, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share it to everybody in the whole world because everybody needs encouragement. Everybody. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. So God bless you. To my wife, I love you so much. Soul Maria Williams, I love you with all my heart and everything I got in me. So have a blessed day. Sedona, be encouraged. God has a brand new husband for you. God has great things for you. To all you that came on, God has great things for all you guys. And I thank you for coming on. Even the viewers, thank you so much. Have a great, wonderful day.